Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yes, hello and welcome to another Thursday where we discuss sports right here on Tobago Updates and Tobago Sports Live. It's Inside the Game. Of course, my name is Marcus Daniel. Well, some people call me Mr. Cricket, and I'm so delighted to be here on yet another Thursday, a beautiful Thursday in Tobago. Have you seen the moon tonight? I tried taking the moon with my expensive phone. I thought my phone was expensive, so I thought that I had a really nice picture. I saw the moon in a nice light. But then when I took a picture of my phone, it's a different moon I saw. Camille, you saw the moon as well?
Of course, definitely. I even took a picture of it, and I'm pleased to say mine came out a little bit better than yours.
You see what I'm talking about? So it's really it's not about the expensive phones. It's about the specs, right? Or it's camera work?
The specs, the camera work.
Yeah, because
I have a very expensive, well, I shouldn't say expensive. Well, it is expensive, but
wow, so
megapixels is up there.
I think I really need to revert from this Samsung something they call it. But yeah, I mean the moon is really beautiful
Absolutely
tonight.
Beautiful.
It reminds me of my time living in Castara. You know, when you see the moon out
glazing over the water.
Beauty.
Yes.
It's a good time to go and throw a line and do some shoreline fishing.
Well, I know but that's
some people do other things of which I'm not going to mention. You know, but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Of course, don't forget to share the live. Share the live, let the world know that we are live talking about sports, and we have of course another wonderful program lined up. Camille, what has your sporting week been like?
For me, this week has been a little bit mellow. Not much sporting activities really was on my plate this week.
Right.
However, things are about to start up. I mean, we are looking forward to TFA starting up.
Right.
We are looking forward to numerous things starting up for this year, including track and field.
Right.
Of course, you know, coming up this end of the year, we do a lot of 5Ks and a lot of the long distance
so
runs.
Let's say we. That's who does the 5Ks?
The different clubs. RSS Phoenix, of course, you know my club.
I thought that was under the umbrella of the Tobago Athletic Committee. But
No. Different persons host different events. So Zenith, they would host their mile run.
Right.
There's a run around the savannah. Forgive me, I do not know all the names, but there are different runs that we participate in. We use that as
off-season training.
The pre-season training. Actually,
pre-season training.
We start getting them back into gear using that type of training.
Yeah, because and as you on track and field, I know that the Mason Police Club, they are hosting their juvenile athletic championship
this weekend. Actually, yes.
Actual Sunday at the White Sox Stadium. So that's something for persons who are into track and field or who looking for something to do on Sunday to go and attend as well. I'm told that it starts at midday.
Yes.
And goes until at least 6. And there are invitational races as well. And I remember telling you guys last week that
you will be in action. I'll be looking forward for that.
Yeah. You know, I put in some miles this week, and I'm hoping that you know, I can sprint my way to victory, my team to victory on Sunday. But as you mentioned, the week has been low key when it comes to my participation in sport.
Yes.
But I want to extend congratulations to the Trinidad and Tobago team, who I believe did extremely well at the Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
Big up to the 4x4 team. I love watching the 4x4 team operate.
Only relays.
Yeah, only relays. But I really believe in the 4x4 men's team.
Right.
I think that once fit and we have all our guys who I know can run 400, I think that we can compete with the best in the world. I was so happy to see Marshall Cedeno back on the team.
Yes.
And I think he played a key role in us getting that gold medal. And we did it with some style as well. And I was really happy to see Jeremy Richards anchoring us to victory.
Of course.
Yeah, I think he had a really
very talented fellow.
Yes, I think he had a good Commonwealth Games. Nicholas Paul as well. So it's all in all, commendation to the team. For those who didn't medal or probably who did not achieve what they would have set out, it is still a stepping stone.
Of
We
course.
have a number of other things coming up. More importantly, in 2024, we have Paris. And I know that we have relay fest, the World Relays as well. That's going to be taking place next year, and I'm hoping that Trinidad and Tobago will have a team
Will
or
be
teams
there.
going there to compete. So congratulations to the Trinidad and Tobago team and the management. Of course, some persons expected more. Trinidad and Tobago people stop already. We're a little ungrateful, and we expect like Herculean efforts all the time from our team. But
Yes.
as I said before, that's qualifying to get there. It's an achievement.
It's
and
quite a task
yes.
and quite an achievement, as you said.
Indeed. Right. We have on tonight.
Of course. So, of course, I think Tobago is familiar with Mosey. Everybody knows Mosey.
The big silver.
Yes,
Yeah, the big silver,
right.
the big
So
silver.
he's on tonight with
Yes.
us. Of course, he's going to be speaking. He has a lot of things to speak on tonight.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to, with you, of course, hit the track,
the-
hit the pool. He's going to be swimming around, as he said.
Yeah, so you have
Yes.
Mosey on, and I think we also have Mr. Cox, Jacob Cox.
Yes.
Jacob Cox.
Fusion.
Yes. And we have Fusion as well. So, guys, lots in store for you for you tonight on Inside the Game. I know you guys will be looking forward to hear from Mr. Mosey and the Fusion guy. I know you may be asking yourself, what's Fusion? But stay tuned.
You'll find
Remember,
out.
we are informative, interactive, and
Entertaining.
entertaining. Share the live, Tobago Sports Live, Tobago Updates. We take a break and we return in a short.
Let's go! Updates, call 284-6597. If you have a small or large business, we can get your information in front of the masses. Reach our rapidly growing viewership on Facebook and YouTube. Promote your brand in Trinidad and the Caribbean through M&E TV Now and Gayel. Yes, we can build unique ads for your business. Call now 284-6597 and advertise with us. Let's go!
Hey, some kids in it. Hey, well done, guys. Well done.
Nice. We got a picture, right? Nice little question.
Right, yeah. Incoming.
Let's stop it. Yeah.
Well done, kids.
Can see the great part. Nice. So, how you all find the trail was? Was good. It was muddy. So, if the trail was dry, you all think you could have done a better time?
Yes.
Nice. So, again, what's your name? And what's your age?
9.
And your name?
Yakas Mohammed 10.
And your age. So, people be looking at that combined age of 19 years, right? And they're doing the virtual Fusion Virtual Tobago. Congratulations.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Well done.
Well done. So this is everybody coming?
Welcome back. Welcome back to Inside the Game, and of course, thanks for staying with us. And we were discussing before the break that we have some really nice interviews lined up for you guys. And on the line, virtually with us here, is Mr. Charles, the main organizer of the Fusion event. Good evening to you, sir.
Hi, good evening. Pleasure to be here.
Fantastic. So my name is Marcus Daniel, and I have Coach Cams next to me here. Yes.
Yes, Coach Cams.
Good night, pleasant good night to you, Mr. Charles.
Yes. So which part of the world are you beaming us from?
I am beaming from right across in Trinidad, hoping
Right.
to be in Tobago during the course of next week.
Okay, fantastic. Fusion. For those who may not know what Fusion is, you can give a brief synopsis of what Fusion is.
Sure. So in 2007, Fusion Adventures was birthed. It's really a means of showcasing the outdoors of Trinidad and Tobago. So when we first started, it was a team event, 4 persons involved per team, and we started with 14 teams as a means of promoting. Throughout the years, it grew to over 100 teams, and these are live events, right? So 100 teams of 4, We prepared the course in terms of widening the trails, having marker ribbons, officials, and so on. And in 2014, we came across to Tobago, where we introduced mountain biking as well. We were in the Table Peace area by Lekoto side, as well as Pigeon Point. And that was awesome. Persons kept asking about Tobago all the time. In 2015, we introduced a new event called Fusion Light, which is a two-person event. So two persons required to do the course, and then in 2018, Fusion one-on-one. So really and truly, concept of fusion is a number of pieces coming together to make a whole. And so in when we hosted the virtual event in Tobago, there were 200 teams that registered to do that event. Pieces coming together to make a whole is the partnership by the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities, and Transportation, as well as the Tobago Beyond Company, Beyond Ordinary Company. So the course was absolutely amazing. I think it's the best course we have ever done, uh, ever. And persons who did courses worldwide in terms of exploring courses indicated that, listen, just as I indicated that this is a course, Trails and Tobago, that could contend with some of the best in the world as a next means of marketing Tobago and things that persons could do when they come to Tobago.
Fantastic. And anyone in terms of age group can participate because I'm seeing some youngsters there as well. I'm not sure
Yes,
if I may be able to participate there, but yeah, it looks very exciting. So it's about
it is.
adventure and also learning more about the island through the rainforest and the
Correct.
different trails.
Correct, correct. So normally in the live event, anyone below the age of 18 requires parental consent. So the team you saw coming in there on the virtual event for that leg, because it was over a 3 month period from the month of May, the beginning of May to the end of July, we utilized technology. So they had to use Strava and or any GPS device, sync it with Strava. And once they upload, we are able to collate all of their results. They also had on the trail, there were like 6 waterfalls. So they had to take Wi-Fi's at two, and they had to do the Tobago jig at the visitor center, which is
Yes.
on the Tobago Ridge. Yeah, man. And so they had to
I like
upload
that.
all of those
I
things.
was just going to
Yeah,
ask about that because I saw some
yeah.
videos of some of the persons who were hiking. They were
Yeah.
trying desperately to do the
They were
jig.
trying the jig.
One of those persons were very old
Well,
Mr. Potter. He tried. I must give him that. He tried.
yeah, that video needed to be aired tonight today.
Yes, but he will put
Yeah,
yeah.
I know him. Yeah. So like in terms of injuries, do you have a high number of persons coming out injured in participating?
Actually, no, is for this event, and this was virtual, right? So, with a virtual event is a bit more complicated because you want to ensure that because you don't have marshals on the course, right? So you want to ensure that persons don't get lost. So we do over that 3 month period, we had to periodically be maintaining the trail, going ensuring any parts that grown, we cut. We also have the ribbons, and we have directional arrows and so on. And we have comprehensive descriptions of the course as well as video, so persons could follow. So thankfully, there were no injuries whatsoever throughout the 15 years of fusion. I think the most severe injury we ever had was uh, a damaged wrist,
Right.
because they were making a descent and they fell. So we do pay high attention on safety,
Yes.
and we had to introduce the virtual. We introduced a virtual series in Trinidad because of COVID, and at the time when we started the Tobago, at that time the COVID restrictions wasn't lifted, and as a result we had the virtual event there. But the intention is to host a live event in Tobago itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the categories that came under fusion? Did you have first man, or what are some of the
Hey,
categories?
Hey, I have some real nice news as you asked me that, right? So there are three categories, right? We have the co-ed, the female, and male. But we also recognize like the oldest team and the youngest team. So in the video, you would have seen the youngest team, where their average age is like 9.5 years old. And guess
Wow.
what the average age of the oldest team is? The average age of the oldest team is 71 years, you know.
Nice.
I'm telling you. Now the thing is, in the co-ed, we do have we have the top we recognize in terms of cash prizes, the top three teams. Everyone, all teams, everyone gets this medal. So you'll see this beautiful medal here with the Tobago emblem and captured within the national flag.
I love
They got e-certificates and so on. So everyone gets customized e-certificates. But the cash prizes go to the top three. So the top three in co-ed is a team. The third place was called Team Carried. Then second place was Ace Fun Runners Club, and in first place is 10K Tuesday Stragglers. And in the female side for the top three, we had the Hash Girls, GYALS, One a Week, Look We Come In, and Five Star Fitness Factory Androids. And in the male category, we do generally have a lot of competition, and you would see there's the one a week uh, teams. They had like 23 teams in the event, so
Wow.
they came into third. They actually came in males fifth, fourth, third, and second, right? So in third place was one a week Unstoppable Force, and second was one a week Elite. And in first place is a club called Richards Jones Running. Guess what? The first place overall team is a Tobago team.
Eh,
It
eh.
is, hey, I'm telling you, is Elvis Turner and Aki
Right,
Nice.
Boris.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Expected.
Expected.
That's
yeah,
expected.
man.
Yeah.
So it was
And,
they actually had to complete 10 miles. And
whoa.
so because it started at the Bloody Bay Bridge, you know, that's just after the beach facility. You drive down the hill past the field, there's a bridge there. The start is marked with an X and arrow. They then had to go up, they had to cross the river and go up through some valleys, a steep ascent, and make their way to Tumakak Waterfall.
Wow.
Then they had
Okay.
to connect to the Gilpin Trail, pass Silver Waterfall, Golden Waterfalls, make their way onto Nippling Trail, and then they will come by the visitor center where you would have seen Kerry doing his Tobago jig, you know, that kind of thing. And then, and then there was a steep descent and a 5 kilometer finish back to the start. So they actually completed the event 7 minutes faster than any other team.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
At a
Okay.
time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 18 seconds. Real amazing, real amazing.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
fantastic. In terms of the following online, I know you guys probably heavily on social media. Has that grown
Yes.
significantly over the years?
Yeah. So we are around 40,000.
Wow.
We do have a strong social media following. And you see, in particular, as we introduce the virtual events, a lot of persons who, all right, so let me explain. So Fusion Classic, the four-person team event, you essentially had to complete three courses in one day. That event usually starts at like 4 a.m., right? Yes, 4 a.m. And it ends like in the afternoon. Um, the Fusion Light was a lighter version where, as in Tobago, you have one course to complete. And then you have the Fusion one-on-one, which is Manos y Manos, or Womanis y Womanos. Now, what took place in during COVID when we introduced the virtual event, every month you had to complete a course for 7 months. So in each month there was a new course, and during that time, a lot of persons who never participated in fusion, they perhaps never even ventured too much in the outdoors, they had the opportunity to try something and do it, and so that even caused them to grow more in terms of the awareness of the outdoors. So before that event, there's an area in Trinidad called Breezy Hill, which is on top of Chancellor with the national flag and so on. Subsequent to the event, and persons recognizing weight, there's this in Trinidad and it is not too far from the top of Chancellor. It was visited big time by nearly everyone.
Yes, and that's
So
that's
we
why I asked the
do
question.
have,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we do have a high following, and
yeah.
what we have recognized is persons are beginning to like the outdoors a bit more, and in particular when we prepare a course, you don't have to worry about bush rubbing against your leg and so on. We widen the course so you could see everything, and everything is well marked, because I think once persons have an increased sense of safety, they will venture once they understand what they can see and achieve in it. And really and truly, the outdoors is gentler on your joints and so on than in terms of the impact, and it provides um, fresh air and a
Yes.
lot of nice views and so on. And I really think both of you all, Coach, I think Coach K and Mark, I think you all should visit at least part of that trail in Tobago. At least on the Gilpin Trail, you could walk down to like Golden Waterfall, Silver Waterfall, and really understand and see the beauty within Tobago. Is really, really amazing.
Yeah. And as you look to close, right? I mean, what does it take to really pull off something like this for you guys?
Is a lot of togetherness, is a lot of persons coming together to work in terms of, listen, we have this shared vision, this is what we want, and we come together to go after it. But in particular, what is critical is the support by like you all, by THA, that let us come together so we could achieve something bigger than ourselves if we were to do it as individuals. So in a nutshell, that is what it is. And our tagline is, when you cross the finish line, you will know a little bit more of yourself. And that has proven to be true, not only for the participants, but us in terms of hosting the events as well.
Yeah. And do you guys plan to have a medal distribution ceremony and prize giving ceremony?
Right. So, in terms of the medals, because it was a virtual event and persons in all different parts of Trinidad and Tobago, we didn't think it would be prudent to call persons in one location just to gather, get medals and so on, right? So, Buffer Sports, they have agreed to partner with us to be that distribution point. So persons will visit their website at buffersports.com, go on the medal collection, and they have 5 different locations, 4 in Trinidad and 1 in Tobago by Milford Road. And so persons go there, they have a list of persons, and they collect their medals. And during the course of next week, we will be distributing these certificates and so on. So you should see social media as well flooded with persons posting their majestic certificates of the map of Tobago and the course as well.
Yeah, I think this is a really wonderful initiative on your part, taking Tobago to the world. Anyway, I asked you a
Yes.
question about your following on social media, and I can see a number of our what do you say, famous spots in Tobago.
Of course.
Being
Even ones that I do not know.
exactly. I just know about Gilkin Trace. I think
Yes.
I hiked there already, but the other spots or landmarks in Tobago
Yes.
that persons like to visit, or persons who
Correct.
are interested in the outdoors.
Yes.
It's good
Yes.
to see that it's taken to the world. All right. So we're gonna continue seeing this event in Tobago.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
I have one thing to say. Next time, please call me. Let me demonstrate the jig, because I see them butcher with jig. I
Well,
will
you know,
gladly
actually-
demonstrate it for them. Look at this.
And he told Kerry said that he won a medal, right? So he's gonna.
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes. Let me add. Kerry did that trail 3 times, I believe.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
And he's going again this Sunday.
Fantastic. He's a lover
As
of
you
the
said that,
outdoors.
yeah, a lot of teams as well who they say they book the transportation late or whatever. A lot of persons are coming over to Tobago even during this month, next month, just to do the course, to experience it. And I think a lot of persons who did it already in the race their intention is to keep coming to do it because it's a really, really beautiful course. Really
Beautiful
beautiful.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Charles, I want to thank you so much. And of course, thank you for bringing the event to Tobago and executing such a
Sure.
wonderful event. Big up to all the winners and all the persons who work behind the scenes to make it happen.
Yes.
And of course, we look forward to having a bigger, better one in 2023.
Yes,
you.
definitely. Thanks very much. Have an awesome one. All right.
Fantastic. Yeah, so Camille, look forward to seeing me next year. Even if it's to cut the trail, I'll be there.
Listen,
you know?
I was invited to go on that trail so many times, but I don't think I have the what it takes to
Yeah.
go on that trail. I don't have all that belly.
You have a good coach here, yeah, Porter.
But
Yes,
I'm gonna take videos. I mean,
Yeah, so of course we have more interviews lined up for you guys tonight. Of course, you're live on Tobago Sports Live and live on Tobago Updates. Interactive, informative,
and then that's it.
and entertaining. We are inside the game. Stay tuned.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Advertise with Tobago Updates. Call 284-6597. If you have a small or large business, we can get your information in front of the masses. Reach our rapidly growing viewership on Facebook and YouTube. Promote your brand in Trinidad and the Caribbean through M&E TV Now and Gayel. Yes, we can build unique ads for your business. Call now 284-6597 and advertise with us. Let's go!
Yes, welcome back to Inside the Game, live on Tobago Updates and Tobago Sports Live, where we discuss all that's happening with sports in Tobago, Trinidad by extension, around the region and internationally. And of course, I've been joined by the one and only Mr. Mosey Denoon, the guy who can swim from Charlottesville to Combe Point and back with no sweat at all. Good evening to you, sir.
Evening.
Fantastic. Nice to have you on Tobago Sports Live, talking about sports on Inside the Game. Yes, Tobago would have seen that you attended a meet, or you and a number of persons from Tobago and the national team. You all attended a meet in Colombia, and you did exceptionally well.
Yes,
right?
we did.
I'll allow you to tell us about all the good things that happened across there in Colombia.
Well, first and foremost, Colombia is really great.
It's really good. Yes, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It is. The team, we did pretty well over there, especially the team that came from Tobago. Myself, Rochelle Pay, and Sidel Johnson.
Okay.
Rochelle, she did exceptionally well. She got a gold in the 50-meter freestyle event, and she got a silver in the 50 butterfly event.
Right.
And she got a bronze in 2 of the relay teams. So she got 4 medals.
Right.
Myself, I got 3 medals. I got a silver in the 100-meter breaststroke. I almost forgot my event.
And that's your pet event?
That's my pet event, 100-meter breaststroke. And then I got a bronze in the 200.
Who got the goal? Which country got the goal?
Mexico, he out-touched me.
Okay.
It was
Is there
close.
someone that you knew that would have given you a challenge? Or
Actually, no. So most of the people there, we didn't know. And Trinidad and Tobago was actually a hit there because of how well we did. So we took up pictures with a lot of people. And then also, Pan American Masters is actually coming to Trinidad and Tobago in 2023.
That's next year?
Yeah, next year.
Yeah, because this year we hosted was Pan American. We hosted one of the aquatic
Yeah, we
centers.
hosted the age group
The
championship.
age group championship.
Correct,
at the aquatic center.
yeah.
So next year we're going
So,
to be hosting the Masters.
2024.
2024. That's in the Olympic year.
Yeah, because all of the Pan American countries are actually excited. They are very
Right.
excited to come down to Trinidad and Tobago to swim.
And what do you think is this this attraction to the Trinidad and Tobago team and Trinidad and Tobago?
So beyond the swimming aspect, a lot of them are kind of excited to hear the music. So one of the guys actually, they came up to and they was like, we're coming there to listen to music and enjoy the culture. So they love the culture, and they actually enjoy how both islands have their own experiences.
Okay.
So it's a good show.
So you guys sold Tobago when you were there.
Both Trinidad and Tobago definitely.
Out of the pool as well.
Yeah.
And this was the Pan American Masters.
Yeah, Pan American Masters Swimming Championship.
And how many Trinidad and Tobago swimmers went across?
17, we had 16 swimmers and one open water swimmer. And majority of people actually did pretty well. I think this is the best that our Masters team has done thus far.
Oh, fantastic. And what would the medal count at the end?
Oh, that, I don't really count off the top of my head. I think it's like 48 medals because in Masters, first to 10th place gets medals. So first, second, and third, gold, silver, bronze. And then from 4th to 10th, they get medals away because that swim meet is 1,700 athletes competing.
Whoa.
For Pan American and Worlds, which myself and Coach Rochelle qualify for, which is in Japan next year. And some other members of the team qualify as well. That competition, I think, has 10,000 athletes competing in that one.
The World Masters in Japan next year.
Next year.
And this Pan American Masters, this served as a qualifier?
Like a qualifier, yes.
Qualifier. So you would have met the qualifying standard.
Yes.
And also Coach
Rochelle. Well, Rochelle Pierre, yes.
And what about Sidel?
Sidel, she is still trying to make the qualifying cut. So in December, we have the ASAT Invitational Swimming Championships. And that is more or less the first swimming championships where everybody, so myself, Coach Rochelle.
For Masters only?
No, not for Masters alone. So our other swimmers, so Jacob Cox and Onella Walker. So that will be where they do their first qualifier for all national teams of 2023. So that December meet is one of the most important meets that we have. And then also there's a meet in November where Onella is trying to qualify for World Short Course Championships. That's in Australia in December.
Short course, what's short course?
So the difference between short course, so short course is a 25-meter pool and long course is a 50-meter pool. Yeah, so
she's trying to qualify.
She's trying to qualify for that, yeah. So she's training currently to try and qualify for that, and her qualifier is in November for that swimming championships.
In terms of masters, what age you have to be a master?
Well, a lot of people think masters is actually just old people, but masters in swimming actually starts from 18.
From 18?
Yeah. Whoa. So it's like it's a decision. So Pan American Masters, the minimum age is 18. World Masters, the minimum age is 25.
Okay, and do we have, like, outside of you, Rochelle and Sidney, we have a number of persons from Tobago?
Not yet.
I'm thinking about Tobago first.
That's the problem. So not yet, but we are now about to start to build that Masters program, especially how Trinidad and Tobago won the bid for 2024. I think we should be able to have a lot of Tobagonian athletes on that national team in 2024.
Talk to me about swimming in Tobago. I mean, we have been locked down for like 2.5 years. And I've seen on social media and in traditional media that there's a situation where you guys may not be able to train can't train because of a lack of pool time. What's happening there with the pools in Tobago? So
we have 2 pools in Tobago, one in Kendall and the one in the Blackrock.
In Blackrock, yes.
So Blackrock is our main home base. So right now, with the pool facility is not open to the public, both of them. They're still down. They currently have some work to be done.
Maintenance.
Yeah, maintenance issues. So we have some work to be done.
Are those currently being addressed, to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, yeah. They've been addressed to the managers of the pools and the Tobago House of Assembly. They're in discussions with regards to getting it up and running. So right now, the national athletes are still using pool because we have to stay in the water, stay in the sea to kind of get ourselves out there. So when talking about that as well, our youngest national athlete, Jacob Cox, he actually qualified to make the Trinidad and Tobago Triathlon Carifta team. And he's heading off to Bermuda.
And I'm happy you brought that up because we should have had Cox here tonight because I've seen the, what you call...
the FundMe.
The GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And it hurt me.
No, not GoFundMe. FundMe TT. We had to make sure we win.
But yes, the parents of Mr. Cox and of course supporters of swimming that have started that FundMe TT for Cox because in terms of support financially for him to go to that event. Should I say the national body, they don't have the funds? How does that work?
Well, see, the thing about triathlon is something that we're kind of new into.
Right. And that doesn't fall under the umbrella of the Swimming Association?
No, triathlon, it's its own complete association, yeah. So Jacob Cox being a swimmer that actually got into triathlon, and he is the first person that is actually, I think the first athlete that is actually doing the aquathlon in the Carifta. So I'm not sure if Trinidad and Tobago ever had somebody to do the aquathlon. So the aquathlon is basically just the swimming and the running, and those are both things that Jacob is very good at.
So he's good at.
He's good at swimming, as you know, because and with regards to running, when he was in primary school and in secondary school, he used to do like 2.5 and things. You know,
like Mark London. I know Mark London more ride and run, but not swim. Okay, so Jacob would have qualified for that event.
Correct.
Right. And is it a go, or what stage are you guys know with the funds?
So we're still trying to build. So we will definitely direct everybody to go to Fund Me TT, and you could just search for Carifta 2022, and Jacob will pop up if
Oh, so Carifta. So he's the only athlete that would have qualified for that event
from Tobago, to go to that. Yeah. So I think the team have maybe 10 or 12 people, but the majority is from Trinidad. And that fund is not only just to help him go, but with regards to going to training. Because remember, as a Tobagonian, most of your training session is always in Trinidad, so you have to get flights to go down, accommodation. You know it is as a nationality from Tobago.
Does it hurt you as a coach and as a master? I'm calling you a master, right? to see that athletes have to go through stuff like this just to get support to represent their country.
It does, but at some point it will change. The best that we can do as a Tobagonian, same as I tell my athletes, we are paving the way for the next generation. So myself, I will pave the way, Rosha will pave the way, Onella, Jacob, so everybody's paving the way. It will get better, but at the end of the day, I don't think we should, throw our hands up in the air and be like, this is unfair. We had
understand.
At the end of the day, I would always say to Tobagonians, we have a mindset. We are strong. We can overcome anything.
Yeah. So what about swimming in Tobago? You think that it's attractive? You think that persons are coming and joining swimming? Because I believe that because we are surrounded by all these beaches, we should have more Onella walkers and Mosey Dinoon and Rochelle Pierre. Are we having those kind of
attraction?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean we do, because our swim team right now is only even in the masters we was talking about. Like our swim team, it grew from being just maybe 10 to now like 40, and with the young children and them that they are very excited. And one good thing about the swim team is that with our swim team we don't allow people to just believe that they can stay in Trinidad and Tobago. So our swim team, we went out to Barbados, we got invited to Antigua and Bermuda, and we went out in Antigua and Bermuda and we crushed it. I think we came back with a 40 medal haul in Antigua, so
this is Aqua Warriors, or
this is Tobago YMCA Aqua Warriors. We do really well.
Yes, and in terms of support, because I mean traveling and competing, that takes a lot of.
It does take a lot.
How do you guys where do you guys get the support from? Are you guys supported by the national body or Tobago Assembly, or you have private sponsors?
So mainly we get our sponsorship from Tobago House of Assembly. So most of the national swimming championships, and this is another thing that a lot of people may not know, is when you go down to a national swimming championships in Trinidad, you're looking at a $5,000, $6,000 to $8,000 tag.
For like a weekend or
because it's swimming championships is 5 days, or 5 days. The minimum I go to is maybe a 4-day competition, but it's still a heavy price tag every time. So every time you see, the swimmers do good and anything, like all people don't see the kind of struggle, and most of that is helped by the Tobago House of Assembly with regards to that national thing. When we go away to national, like international championships, that's where the struggle kind of get, because international championships are definitely a lot more. So you, like with Jacob, you have to kind of try and get a little bit more funding with regards to it, So, I mean, it's a struggle all wrong way. But at the end of the day, we try to never let that struggle kill you.
I like the smile on your face, and I like your positivity as well. And I want to also commend you and your organization for how you get the information out. I receive emails from you right through, and I can't say the same for other organizations. And I've often been saying to people or other NGBs and associations, the only way the public can buy into what you guys are doing is if they know what's happening. And sometimes I may not know what you're doing unless you tell me. So I must commend you guys for sharing information, and hence we are having this discourse now, because you know what's happening.
True.
You're there as a master, winning medals, and of course
very best.
representing to be.
But also, let me just definitely touch on some of the recent accomplishments. So with regards to the Guadeloupe, so it had the Caribbean Games in Guadeloupe. That was the first inaugural Caribbean Games. So I was the head coach and
and congratulations.
Thanks, head coach and manager of that team, and the team did well. So we went out there and we got 11 medals. Swimming, the discipline of swimming got 11 medals, and the team came back, I think, with 70 medals in total. So swimming brought back the majority of that.
And Tobago, you know, I like to.
Well, you know, Tobago, Onella Walker was the main member of the team, you know, our most decorated. She's a very, very great individual, great swimmer. Yeah. She got a gold and 2 silver at that meet.
Right. And Onella's pet event.
100 backstroke.
100 backstroke.
100 backstroke and 50 backstroke, but definitely 100 backstroke is what we think.
Yeah, because we had her here, I think a month ago, just before the Pan American Age Group Championships at the Aquatic Center in Trinidad.
Right.
And she spoke about a record that she wanted to
correct.
To
she got that.
She
got
definitely got that. Because I was actually there, you know, and I was really, really impressed. Just seeing someone from Tobago, and I always like to talk about Tobago, knowing our struggles and getting to Trinidad to compete against persons who living right by the Aquatic Center and can just take a taxi or take a red band bus or a green band or whatever it is and get to the facility to train. And we are compounded with situations here in Tobago where the pool is not up and running and you're hampered in terms of your training. So to see Tobagonians going out there and making the national team and doing good, it warms my heart.
Definitely warms my heart too.
So you're talking about all the accomplishments so
right, so so with regards to the Caribbean Games, so you know, both of us think so, me being the head coach and the manager, that was an accomplishment. Onella going out there and medaling, that was an accomplishment. It's nice how the team gelled together under my leadership, so I'm very happy for that. After that, Onella and Jacob Cox, they went down to National Age Group Short Course Championships where Jacob got a bronze medal in the 200-meter breaststroke. Right. So Jacob is a long distance breaststroker, just like myself as well, you know. And Onella got a gold in, I think, the 50-meter backstroke and a silver in the 100-meter backstroke. Right. So that was like the first qualifier where we were trying for Australia, where we will see where she's at to try and get down to the times that we need to be for Australia. You know. So and then after that came into the Masters Championships in Medellin where you know we did well. So swimming, I would definitely say swimming is doing good thus far.
But how do you as a coach, right, and also an athlete, because you compete, you know, you remain focused with the goals of Onella Walker, because I see her reaching very far. Do you guys have her have your eyes set on Paris 2024, where the Olympics going to be
definitely
held?
So
how do you plan your program around her, and of course you keep yourself fit as well and competing?
So what we do, and the next thing that I have to correct, so with regards to Masters, so myself and Coach Rochelle, even though we are Masters, we still actually swim with age group as well. So, you know, it's not like if Coach Rochelle would leave Onella Walker swimming away. She was like, no, I will come and compete with you. So she would jump in and she would go after them, you know?
I like that.
But with regards to that, so it's a conversation that we have. So most times, Coach Rochelle and myself, we would have a discussion with our national athletes. So we would set out, we would plan, well, these are the swim meets that we're going at. This is what we're going for. These are the goals we have. So Paris is actually on one of our goals. Like we had a discussion with Miss Walker about that, and you know, we basically know what times and we know what goals we're looking for with regards to the times going down to that. And and so that's how we plan Onella's season. Same thing with Jacob. That's how we plan his schedule. And then with regards to myself and Coach Rochelle, we basically just have a discussion with each other. We know what swim meets we're looking at going. And I mean, our training sessions is before them. So we get to the pool at 3:30, and we train from 3:30 to 5, and then Onella and Jacob.
When you say 3:30, that's morning or afternoon?
That's in the morning.
Oh my
the best time to swim. I mean, it's in the morning.
Why is that the best time to swim?
That's the environment is cooler, you know, and when you swim at time, you know, it's free.
How long is a training session? Like
training session can be 1.5 hours. The longest we may go is maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. That's sometimes that Onella and Jacob and even Dante Williams, he used to be on the swim team as well. We say it's 3-hour sessions where they will go 100 meters. You know, that's a good bit of distance.
So you coach Onella, you and Rochelle and the other coaches coach Onella and the other youngsters. Who's your coach, or you coach yourself?
My coach is Mosi Dinoon, God, and sometimes Rochelle Pierre. And it goes on the other way around. So sometimes they say we're coming down close to championships, so it have times that I will be in the water and Coach Rochelle would coach me and give me tips and pointers and whatnot, and then it will go the other way around where I will go on the deck and I would watch and be like, you know, this need to fix, that need to fix, and you know, and it works out. I mean, it's been working out because we went out there and we won. You know?
Well,
so can't complain thus far. The system works. So Nella went out there, she won. Coach Rusha went out and won. I went out and won. And Jacob making this triathlon team is a very it's a big step. I mean, he may not understand it and realize. I'm very proud of him because at the end of the day, it's always good that you can branch into different sports. Because if there's one thing I would never do is I would never limit any of my athletes to things. Because look, Onella, she started in track and field. And she, I don't know if she told you guys a story with regards to how she ended up in swimming, you know?
Yes, we spoke about that.
And I was going to say, like, you know, you never know. You really never know. Because Jacob could be maybe the biggest triathlete that we could have. And you know, and if that is the direction you go, it have triathlon in these bigger games, and he could be that person. You never know. I'm really hoping that he gets the necessary funds needed to attend that event. And you know how we are like bandwagoners in Trinidad and Tobago, eh? I can see him going out there and doing really, really good. And then Trinidad and Tobago gets up on support. I must say I'm happy I didn't see it.
you know, but I'm happy that he's getting the support. I am hoping that from this interview that the right ears and eyes are actually viewing, and they can still jump in and support.
Definitely, they can. And when the opportunity first came, and I remember I was talking to his mom, Claire Cox, you know, his biggest #1 supporter, you know, and when we were talking about it, I say, Claire, he going, you know. I say by the hook of the crook. By the hook of the crook we going. If you know, if we have to do we sail, or you know, because I mean we kind of slowed down on our biggest fundraisers was the bacon fish, but you know, since the pandemic, we know
I do that bacon fish thing, yes, boy.
You know, since the pandemic, you know, we kind of saw, you know, how people might deal with, you know, so we have to go to other means, and you know, she actually, you know, came up with this means of getting it done, and you know, all props to her, kudos to the parents that. And not just her, but like all parents thus far in the swimming world, in our swim team, that try their best to make sure the children have a way to go forward. Because when we went to Antigua, you know, it is mainly on the parents' back that they had to pay to go, you know, but they didn't complain. You know, we did our fundraisers to see how much we could cut down costs, and they were more than supported. So it was one thing I would always give props and kudos to my swim team for, is that the parents and even the YMCA organization, they support the swim team going forward.
So are you like the head of the Aqua Warriors? Like?
Yes, I'm the president of the Tobago YMCA Aqua Warriors.
And you can talk about your executive as well, because I always like to. These things are voluntary because I'm a member of different organizations as well. And trust me, the work that we do, they can't pay me for that at all. so you can bring up a committee and all the persons that, you know, work really hard behind the scenes in producing these national swimmers and going out there and representing the country. So
on my executive, it's myself. I'm the president and head coach of the Tobago YMCA Aqua Warriors. Rochelle Pierre, she's the assistant coach. Our secretary is Ms. Claire Cox, and our treasurer is Daniel Paris. I want to make sure I do not call her by her nickname, because last time I did an interview and I was bringing her up, I called her by her nickname. You know, but so behind the scenes, the executive, we work really hard to make sure the swimmers have, you know, the best opportunity they have. Because like I said, if there's one thing that we all agree on, is that a lot of sports, we kind of get. We think that Trinidad is the biggest goal, you know. So when we go down to Trinidad, we see like, that's it. And I was like, nah. It's like, I don't think that should. We had to change our mindset, and we had to break that mindset from now. So that's why we decide to go out. So yes, the swim team goes to swim meets in Trinidad, but every year we always try and go out of Trinidad and Tobago so that the athletes could see what it's like, you know. That's so true. Don't get me wrong. It is one thing. To make a national team in Trinidad and Tobago is quite difficult, because... as a Tobagonian or... As a whole. So with regards to swimming, how a national team is chosen is you have to be the top 2 in that event. Right. And that's how you are chosen. So like the games like the Pan American and, you know, those games. So it's basically like the top 2 in those. So the top 2 in the regional and... top 2 in Trinidad and Tobago. To make Trinidad and Tobago team. So the top 2 in Trinidad and Tobago is who will advance to go forward. And that's when the swim meets. Yeah, so you go all these swim meets, and then you tell your time. So you go every single swim meet, and they will just keep on collecting your times. Right. And then when they reach down to selecting the team, then whoever is the top 2 fastest, and you have to be the top 2 fastest, and you have to make the qualifying time as well. Wow. you know. And
so it's not just about finishing in the top 2. You also have to get the qualifying
correct.
standard.
You have to be top. You have to get the qualifying standard and then the top 2. And you know,
and so much commendation to you guys for actually getting to the standard.
Correct.
And I'm hoping that Sidel gets the standard.
I'm not gonna lie, she is gonna make it.
Sidel's gonna make it.
Sidel is going to make it.
Yeah. And then we have Onella doing a thing in November.
Yeah, so Onella in November, so we're trying our best to get her to that qualifying standards for Australia, which as well will be our next thing with regard to funding as well.
How far off is her from getting that standard?
The qualifying standard, it's a minute, and I think right now she's at maybe 103, 104. So
and you're working on specifics.
Yeah, so right now we're down to specifics. I even had a discussion with her this morning about how we are going about getting there, you know, and it's nice when you can see what you have done, you know, works. So it's the same thing with Coach Rochelle and myself when we went to Colombia, and even when we coached Sidel, and it's nice to see that when you do all the work and all the work that you put in, that you see the results. It's a wonderful feeling, and that's how we feel when we see Onella go out there and she do really well, and Jacob goes out there and do really well. Because I ain't gonna lie, I am looking forward to seeing Jacob results from Bermuda. I'm very excited.
I'm looking forward to that as well. You know, I mean, this has been a really good discussion. I mean, we can talk whole night about swimming because I really love swimming. I love watching swimming. I just love. I mean, me being I grew up in Castile, and I grew up right next to the beach.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's why I have this.
So, a master's or Marcus? I mean, talk to me. You never know.
I may try sometime, but yeah, I can tell you that I remember when my division, we had a triathlon with the different divisions, and they were looking for swimmers. And I told them that I can swim. You know, I can swim. I can do the swimming leg no one. Marcus, you can't do that. So they went and do a trial. Down at Turtle Beach down there, and I know I represented, and they picked me.
Right.
But my goodness, race day and practice, two different things, you know. But yeah, I love swimming. I love watching swimming. So I mean, I think you guys are doing really, really, really good work with the youngsters in Tobago, and also yourself in terms of the masters. And I do look forward to seeing more good things from you. Before we let you go, any other thing you want to add?
No, honestly, I think I said everything, but no. Yeah. Actually, go Fund Me TT.
Go Fund Me,
check out. Not Go Fund Me. So Fund Me TT.
Fund Me TT.
Yeah, and just search for Character 2022, right? And you would see Jacob Cox trying to get his goal to represent Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah,
and if it is that persons can't go on Fund Me TT, and is there any other way they can get this?
Yes.
Is there an account that they can?
So they can contact Claire Cox actually, and you can just give her directions.
Right. And
make sure that I call Miss Claire Cox's number correct. Because you know.
So this is Jacob. I like his hair, you know. Like
the golden hair, yeah.
And this is Jacob. Yes, and he's ready to go and represent this country.
Definitely. Right? So Miss Claire Cox, you can contact her at 747-7930. 747-7930. So you could always give her a call if you just want to give her the donation, because any little bit helps, because like we know, he has to go down to training in Trinidad to get all the character training and whatnot with the team and
just
everything.
To be prepared to go
so, but I mean, good things coming from swimming thus far. We're hoping to continue our successes going through 2022 and into 2023, and hopefully we get that main goal that we're looking at in 2024.
Yeah.
From your mouth to God's ears.
God's spare life, because I want to start a Fund Me TT too, because I'm looking to go Paris. So I think I can start that from now. Yes, I want to be there, and I want to be there. Let's go Onella, let's go Mosey, you know that kind of way. And in fact, you're going to Masters next year.
In Japan. I mean, you can come Japan, you know?
Yes, fantastic. Mosey, thank you so much for being here with us tonight, of course, talking about swimming. And we do appreciate your presence here tonight. And good luck with your athletes and in the upcoming events.
Thank you.
Of course, we are live here on Tobago Sports Live and Tobago Updates. Inside the game, interactive, informative, and downright entertaining. When we return, we wrap up with myself and Coach Camps. Yes?
Let's go! Advertise with Tobago Updates. Call 284-6597. If you have a small or large business, we can get your information in front of the masses. Reach our rapidly growing viewership on Facebook and YouTube. Promote your brand in Trinidad and the Caribbean through M&E TV Now and Gayel. Yes, we can build unique ads for your business. Call now 284-6597 and advertise with us.
Let's go!
Yes, welcome back. A really interesting conversation there with Mosey the Noon. He gave me the encouragement to start back swimming. I've been working on my biceps and my triceps, doing some core work as well home. So I really think like I can make it in open water swimming camps. I can do open water.
The amount of things I hear you prepare
I can do all them things. I'm trying to. I want to be like when I reach 50. I look the partner boy.
I feel like you're trying to extend from Mr. Cricket to Mr. Swimmer to Mr. I hear you want to run come Sunday. My goodness. Well, I'm looking forward to this.
That is me preparing for retirement now.
Alright. You want to be all over.
Masters.
You want to be doing anything.
Yes. Mr. Cricket the master. In that sense, But yeah, I mean, it's always good to hear from persons who are out there representing the country and doing really, really, really good. And swimming and this Aqua Warriors team, they have been doing wonderful work as Mosey and
I feel like they also motivate the younger ones to come up.
Yes.
One of the things that we would have seen this week would have been. There was a short list of what those persons who represented us in Commonwealth Games, what the incentives that they would have received. And one of the things that I did is that I would have forwarded to the coaches of my club, of course, for us to send it to the athletes to show them, look, this is just at the Commonwealth Games.
Exactly.
So imagine if you were to make it to an Olympics.
And not even that. That's what the country is offering. But what about if you get signed by a sponsor?
Exactly.
And you go out there and you make. I mean, there's so much benefits from participation in sport.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And,
I think all our athletes, not only in track and field, but in all the disciplines, they need as much motivation as possible. Yes, the community thing is encouraged, is a way to get them off the streets, a way to get them, keep them occupied. However, you will see most time that they just stick to that level. We want them to start representing Trinidad and Tobago, and what Mosey is doing,
you have to lead by example as well.
Of course.
Because he's in the pool with them competing, showing them what I'm teaching you this, and I'm showing you how
it's done.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm showing you, I'm leading by example. I'm showing you, I'm bringing back a gold, a silver, a bronze for you to see. This is what I want from you.
Exactly, and then to get up at 3 a.m. I mean, that time I know rolling.
Yeah, no, I know switching next time.
So it takes a lot to be on top of your game.
Of course.
And to compete against the best and beat the best. Right?
Of course.
So sometimes I often use Usain Bolt as an example, but we see Usain Bolt running so fast.
Of course.
But we don't see what he would have done
behind the scenes, of course.
To get to that thing. And then sometimes you see the athletes, they buying the flashy things and living in the mansions and all these different things, and we say, but why the need for that? But they work for it. They work for it, then they work really, really hard, because to be on top of the world, especially in sport, it doesn't come easy at all.
It does not come easy. And it is not by starting, stopping. It's consistency. It's hard work. You're going to have days where you don't feel like getting up. You're going to have days where you don't feel like training. You're going to have days where you think to yourself, boy, I really want to do this, boy. You want to lime, you want to party. Now, a lot of our athletes, they get thrown off by this. They, of course, they're young, but they want to go and lime, they want to go and party. They come the next day in a lethargy, they can't.
Exactly, and that's part of being a youth as well. But you need to be focused, and to see Mosey and they really have Onyala and those other athletes focus. That's commendation. I'm really hoping that the youngster Mr. Cox he gets the necessary support from the TNT public, and I like the fact that it's for me TNT, right, and not for me the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, the government have their part to play, but Trinidad and Tobago, corporate Trinidad and Tobago, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. if we want to buy into his success,
yes,
let us support it.
Let us support him. Give what you can.
Give what you can.
Showing $20, showing $100, showing $500.
Yes.
Give what you can. It's all. Tobago, you just have a say drop just full bucket.
Yeah.
But here again, we see some of our athletes coming back from the Commonwealth Game.
Yeah, this is Jerisha. This is Jerisha. This is in that ballers. I think they arrived was yesterday or day before they arrived. This is Deron Douglas, our table tennis player. And like I said, it's such an honor to represent your country and return home to the you see parents hugging
open arms. Listen, that's such a proud moment for him and for his parents.
Yeah.
I probably would have been in tears just coming through there.
So I commend them. I thank them for representing. I want one of those bags though. I need to talk to somebody. It's always good. The red, white, and black is so rich. When you see it, like, so you always want to get a piece of it. And thanks to the organizers or the managers and all the management people for ensuring that the team would have actually returned home safely.
Yes.
Right? This is Anissa Baptiste. You can't miss Anissa at all there.
Always making a fashion statement.
Coach
Kemba Duncan.
Coach Kemba Duncan. And I know for a fact that the results that they got, they were looking for much more results. But this is a learning experience for them most.
I was just about to say that learning experience. Experience is the greatest teacher.
Yes, it's a young team. It's a young team, and I know that they most definitely will look into to do much better in the next event.
Douglas.
And then as we're talking about athletes, there's an ugly situation that is currently engaging the authorities in Grenada. I'm sure you'd have seen that today.
Yes, I saw the videos today. Very disappointed. I don't know what sparked the confrontation between the persons, but definitely it is being investigated, and of course we will hear about it sooner or later.
You never like to see those things happening, not even if it's an Olympian or anybody of note, just to human beings, right? As you rightfully said, I'm not too sure about what transpired, but it was just ugly because you have seen the comments already.
Of course.
And you don't ever want it at all. So
that spark between now you'll have a spark between the two islands, and you definitely don't want that. Now we have the persons who are in Grenada, who went to advertise our carnival here and all that kind of stuff, and stuff like this is bound to add some tension to relationships between the two islands. I really hope it does not. But we just have to wait and see what happens.
And I do wish the athletes a speedy recovery.
Yes.
And as I said to some guys today, I really hope that following the investigation that the parties come and the facts are laid before the public. Because you don't want public to go and form their own opinions and all these different things. And you have this situation where you and I probably go across to cover something and then they start to point with big stone because
I even had in a group, of course, we have our athletic group, and one person we were speaking about it, and he is over there right now, and he said he has been wearing his red, white, and black proudly, and after this has transpired, he frightened to put on the red, white, and black. I'm telling you, it's a scary situation because just the comments I've seen, trust me, it's a really scary situation. So as I said before, I really hope that he recovers and recovers well. As we wrap, we have Wimbledon cricket coming up as well. Of course,
and obviously we still looking for teams to register. I can tell you that at this time we have at least 12 teams, 12 communities. I like to say communities because it's a community cricket league.
Right.
And we are really looking to make this one of the biggest, not just for the prize, but in terms of the competitiveness of it, the turnout from the public as well. It's the very first time we're going to be using the Colour Hall Recreation Ground for this event, and one of the reasons in terms of spectatorship, I think that's the best ground. It's right on the roadway. The seating arrangement is really good and ideal, and when you look at communities in Tobago for cricket, persons may say that Colour Hall is not really ideal community that plays cricket.
With football,
but sport.
It's sport. It's sport. Anybody will sport. They're looking for a line, and once it have food.
Exactly. And as you mentioned, food. I've been hosting Wimbledon cricket competitions in Tobago for quite a while, and from the time the announcement is made about the competition, a lot of concessionaires will ask if they can come and sell.
And
I often say, come. I am not going to charge because it's about community building, fostering that partnership with people in the community. Marjorie were among the team and the players, and I asked all teams this year to bear the name of a community, right? So if you're coming from Roxborough, you can say Roxborough Gunners or Roxborough Strikers, so that we can have representation from the community.
From
you
the
can
community,
buy into your community. To hear on the news, Roxborough Gunners won this game twice. So it's always good to know that some team from your community is
and it sparks that competitiveness between, because you know every community will want to come out and rep. They want to come out and support their community. Of course, so you'll have the people from the east, and you know they'll be full support. So you'll have the people from Roxborough will come out. You'll have the people from Canaan will come out. You'll have the people from Lambo, wherever.
All over. I mean, yes, and we do have a team from Bloody Bay. They don't want to come out, put out like a busload. They come with their supporters one time. So all information is on the flyer there, brought to you by the Canaan Monaco Sports Club. And you know, if you could feel free to call me at 774-7326 if you are interested in participating. And $15,000 first prize. We're going to start on the 8th of September, and we're going to end on Republic Day with a bang. It's 10 overs, and obviously with this year we're going to include the females as well. Because we don't have a large number of females playing, I didn't see the need to have a female division.
Right.
So what I've done, I've asked each team to have a female within their squad. Right. So if you have 15 teams, you have 15 females participating.
Right.
They are going to be playing a part because they have to bowl and over, and
they have to bat within the first.
Yes, and then once they are bowling to the guys, if you're a right-handed batter, you have to change to the opposite. So it's going to be some really interesting competition there with the different rules and regulations.
I love it, and I of course I always ask, what are you all doing for the females? And I love the fact that you all are incorporating the females. I love it. I absolutely love it. And just in case you did not see or you don't find you got enough information from Marcus tonight, we did do an interview.
Yes.
And that interview was posted
on
Tobago Sports, right? And Tobago Updates. And of course, Marcus is Mr. Sherritt. Marcus is Mr. Sherritt, so you can definitely check out his page as well.
Yes,
and check out that interview. See how they intend to bowl. Because I mean, it's on color. We don't have a strip. So if you're thinking, how they go, they're going to dig up the field? Nah, check out the interview. You'll find out how they're going to be bowling.
Fantastic. Well, this is Nickers Netball Academy, and this is my good friend Kyla Keefe, and we had Kyla here.
Yes.
This is Kyla Keefe Wilson. We had her here talking about this event, and I can tell you it has grown significantly, and I'm happy to see that she's having a closing ceremony tomorrow, of which we are invited, right, at 1 p.m. at the Shopback Hard Court. So I'm going to be there tomorrow. I hope they have eats.
I hope they have eats.
Yes, the closing ceremony tomorrow, so I'm really happy for the participants, and congratulations once again to Kyla.
I was just about to say congratulations to you, Kyla. Job well done. All giving back to Tobago.
Yes.
Listen, love it. Indeed. Development.
Indeed. And of course our champion, our 400-meter champion.
From right here in Tobago, Bell Garden to be specific.
We need to have him on this inside the game sometime, I mean, hopefully we get him probably next week. I'm not too sure how long he is going to be in Tobago for, but it's good to see that the community, they recognize what you'd have done in the Commonwealth Games, and they're having this nice gathering, and they're inviting the public to come and support their sporting hero, right? And of course, that's Sunday the 14th, and they don't want to say food and drinks. Who's going to be there?
People going to be there, of course.
And Marcus, I'm going to be there. Zan Hill Junction, yes.
Marcus is not just going to run Sunday.
Well, I can't. Sunday food has great powers.
It's all right.
Yes. So that's going to be on there, and of course the youth sport camps, and this has been held in collaboration with the ministry and the sport company of Trinidad and Tobago, Ministry of Sport and Community Development, and in Tobago we're going to be having ballroom dancing and golf. Actually, Cabs, for some strange reason, my number is on that flyer, and I've been getting calls since yesterday and today for ballroom dancing. And that shocked me. I thought that most persons would have gravitated to golf. Now, golf is oversubscribed as well currently.
Right.
But ballroom dancing, a lot of persons interested in that ballroom dancing.
It's something that you find that persons are naturally interested in here. I am not wanting to try ballroom dancing, but I can't say there wasn't the avenue.
But
it was complicated. I am very happy.
Yeah, so I'm happy, and just to give some information on it, it's starting next Monday. Right. The ballroom dancing will take place at the Signal Hill Secondary School and also at the Roxborough Secondary School, right? It starts at 9 and ends at midday, right?
All right.
That's for the ballroom dancing. For the golf, at Kinan Bonaccord Recreation Ground and Speyside Recreation Ground. The golf starts at 9 and ends at 2 p.m. Lunches will be provided. They also have water. I think all participants will also be given a T-shirt.
Okay.
And at the end of the 2 weeks, you're going to be given a certificate of participation as well. And in its addition, it's still summertime for persons, and you don't want them home not doing anything. So to sign them up for persons interested in
age limit, I
it's 7 to 17. 7 to 17 is the yes. Right? And you can get the forms online. If not, you can come on the day, the first day. And forms will be provided for you guys, because we want persons to come out and support, come out and support and participate. I think ballroom dancing is like it disciplines you. So persons, wow, interested in it. I've never done it, but I'm looking forward to seeing the youngsters in action with that ballroom dancing. And then there's this tomorrow. Getting here tonight, I saw the cars coming off the boat. Now this starting tomorrow at the Lowlands Mall car park. I'm guessing there's going to be a car show kind of thing.
Yes, they will get a show of the cars and so forth.
And then the real action is from in Belmont Road at 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Where's Belmont Road?
That's in Mason Hall side, right? And then they have
know.
parade gongs. They have parade gongs. That's a car park by Chalk Stadium.
Okay.
Right? And I know a lot of persons are into this motor racing thing. I'm not a big fan, but I like seeing the cars.
Right.
So I'm gonna be down there tomorrow just to check it out.
Just to check them out.
Right? And for those who are interested, of course, you can take part by viewing. I'm hearing that they have special shuttles and stuff in place, and they're looking forward to the public coming out and supporting our events. And of course, this is the event on Sunday, where the Division of Education, Research and Technology, led by myself, will be participating.
You're going to see Marcus in action running a full 100 meter.
This is the Mason Hall Police Club Juvenile Athletic Championships at the Dwight York Stadium. So yeah, come out and support. Another wonderful show comes.
Of course, another wonderful show. Of course, we have a few things coming up in sports. Let me just let the public know. Of course, I would have done an interview with Mr. Kenny, Mr. Kenny Alfred.
Football, yes.
Of course, the public wants to know when TFA is going to be starting. It's a highly look forward to event here in Tobago. And Mr. Kenny Mr. Alfred, I should say, would have informed me that they are looking at the third week in August. From the kickoff, he didn't have an exact date, but from the kickoff, and he would have mentioned some things that I think the public will be generally interested in, like the prize, first, second, and third, and of course the way that it would have been, the way that it is laid out this year. It encourages even the persons who don't make it to the top of their division to still qualify
for the stages.
For the knockout stages. So you can check out that interview here. It's from Mr. Alfred himself. So that is definitely one to look forward to. And in addition to that, we like to shake things up here on Inside the Game. And usually we do have a Player of the Week segment. We do want to start back the Player of the Week. When things do start back, we do have a lot more action. So of course, maybe we will get some stuff from your cricket, see some nice catches and so forth. So we are going to be looking for that Player of the Week. So you may see yourself. Of course, we will try to get prizes, So sponsors, I'm calling on you to come on board. Let's award the athletes of Tobago. Let's award them for going out and participate. Giving their best, and of course, they'll keep the ball rolling.
Fantastic! I look forward to the Player of the Day or Player of the Week. As a sporting individual, it's always good seeing yourself on television.
Of course.
Doing something that would have been the best out of the week of sport. So I look forward to that, and of course we welcome sponsors, right? Once again, I may thank Mr. Mosey the Noon and Mr. Charles for being with us here tonight. I really hope that the information that they would have provided would have been beneficial to the public. Yes, and we do thank you guys for being with us here tonight on Inside the Game. I'm done with not the flu and not COVID, right? So, but I have a slight cough, so thank you for being with me tonight. And I often look forward to being here talking about sports. Yes, so this has been Inside the Game, informative, interactive,
and entertaining.
Right, I will say, of course, we thank our producer, Mr. Porter, and Mrs. Porter.
We miss you. Yes, we miss you. I mean, we have been doing fairly okay, but we miss you. So hurry up and come back. We hope you're enjoying your vacation.
Yes, fantastic. So see you guys next week. Continue to stay safe out there.
Yes. Have a good night.